Cities are changing. We're building buildings higher than ever before, the Burj Khalifa. We're building small solutions that use other technologies, like these are concrete large water pipes, and they're 100 square foot homes for people to live in. Imagine in those dense cities, even places in Vancouver where we're already seeing some modular homes, having this kind of technology fit into the gaps. And then people are building platforms out at sea. It's called seasteading. So these are all huge engineering projects and huge opportunities for us to step into that future. I love this project, Salesforce, the new building down in San Francisco is the tallest building there. It's black water system. It keeps all of the water it ever uses inside forever, thus saving millions of liters of water having to come from the local water grid. Barcelona put Internet of Things solutions in place, and now they save nearly $100 million a year through parking, smart lighting, and smart waste solutions. They also created tens of thousands of jobs for the local economy, and their cities run better than ever before. That smart cities market is going to be worth about $3.48 trillion by 2026. Everyone's getting into the game. In Vancouver, especially in Toronto as well. And there's about 1,000 pilot projects right now. And 500 of those are in China. And you can bet your bottom dollar that a lot of those new projects are going to be using renewable energy. This is the mashup of different technologies. There's connectivity in New York City. You've got Link New York City. That's been used over 50 million times. They just turned all the local phone booths and phone areas into Wi-Fi hotspots. You've got sensors in Chicago that are cheap to deploy at a couple of $1,000s a pop, and that can give you the information that you need about the traffic on the street, the people walking there, the environment. That feeds into an open data platform that can then optimize who the city is. Then you've got smart buildings like the Edge building in Holland, which is Deloitte's HQ, which doesn't have enough seats for all of its employees because it doesn't need to. It just needs to flex as it needs to on a day-to-day basis, knowing who's coming in, who's going, operating with black water systems, Internet of Things, solar, and hyper-efficient building structures. And then we've got vertical farms that are coming because we're not going to be able to have the logistics from the farm to the city as easily because more people are going to move into the city context going forward. And then we've got the grocery store changing. Has anyone been down to Seattle to see the Amazon Go store? Yeah? Pretty amazing, huh? You walk in, you scan your phone, you go up, you take whatever you want, you put it in your bag, and then you walk out. And it uses hundreds of cameras in the roof. It uses sensors, RFID, artificial intelligence. I think it actually reads the mood that you have when you pick a certain thing off the shelf. And suddenly you can mash that together with your online data, and they've got a complete profile of who you are. Data is power. Amazon becomes a $2 trillion company. I'm not making any recommendations of stock investment either. Then you've got these delivery robots down in California. These are quite controversial. People try to knock them over. They've got very, very loud sirens. They're also a bit weird because they've got to operate with humans. So this is a few years away, but it's coming. Security robots. This particular one was deployed in San Francisco. One morning, they actually found it in a fountain, defaced. Well, it was chasing homeless people off the street out the front of the building it was being security for. Now, that ethically is not cool, right? But what do? We need to learn to love robotics. Our kids need to learn to love robotics. In fact, this is a project where this lovely turtle here, you put them with your kids, and they learn that if they hit it, it gets really angry and flashes. And if they stroke it, it purrs like a cat. But I don't think we've got a problem with kids getting ready for the new world.
I want a robot. I want a robot.
That's not a robot. But kids are kind of used to this now. Hands up who's got an Amazon Alexa or a Google Home at home, or anything like that. And you've got kids, I guess, and they treat it like a big sister. And really what's happening is they're building trust in a machine that's got a human personality that's fundamentally grooming them to buy the products of Amazon, Google, and whoever in the future. It is kind of a dystopian future, and I'm very serious about that. Be very careful about what technology you let into your homes. Convenience is disguised as your best friend. And your best friend's going to tell you eventually what you want to buy when you're 18 and the credit card that you'll need for it as well.